Hello everyone. I'm glad that you have clicked on this video today. So the title of my video is going to be called Feeling Stuck. So today I'm actually at an abandoned house like around my area. And I kind of have this thing where I like to go like with friends or by myself and just like go explore abandoned houses or buildings that have been like lost. Like I've explored an old mall. I've explored like old churches, which is kind of scary. I've explored old cemeteries. So it's kind of my thing. Like I'm exploring old houses today, and I'm going to talk about how you might be feeling stuck, some of the reasons why you might be feeling stuck, and how hopefully you can move past that and maybe unstick yourself from your own life. So it's giving a little 2-in-1 whammy today, which I'm actually very happy for. I got dressed up cute and stuff too, like the vest and like the Minnie Mouse, Goofy, like in my cute little like Air Force One. So like y'all are in it for today. I look good as heck, like skin glowing. Um, but yeah, so first thing I'm gonna do is just like we're gonna tour the house a little bit. And so first thing we're gonna do is just like I said, tour the house. I've already kind of toured some of it, but I would rather do this at night. But two things: one, I'm scared alone at night, and two, I need like a special camera so I can do like so you can see me in the dark, pretty much. So, let me look. Let's see. So, I have my paper right here, but I need to put that in my bag. So, okay. So this house is like it's the old house, and it has like an outside little thing, but there's two side, like it's like a side house. So I'm going in. This is not the portion that I'm like. So yeah, this old fireplace right here. Look. And then this old ass stove. Like I will not be cooking anything on that. But let's keep looking. Oh, and this is where they can stuff. Look. Oh, I don't know if I can turn it around, but this is where they can stuff. Like have canned goods and stuff. And the road's over here, but this is the other side of the house. So they have like a lot of stuff. There's like a lot of land and stuff. Actually, it's a pretty nice spot all around. Like they would have to probably reach here. There's like no way the interior, like everything would be torn out, and low key, some of the structures may not be stable. So they would have probably they have to like just pretty much demolish everything. But honestly, it's a really beautiful house. Okay, so had a little storage issue, but just came out like of the outside house, and now we're going inside the house. And y'all, like, you don't understand. Like, I'm not a scaredy cat. I'm not a scaredy cat, but I'm not stupid. I personally believe, I'm not very, very spiritual, but like I believe in like good and bad energy and ghosts and spirits, stuff like that. Like that shit is real. There's thousands of years of history. I'm sorry, but like that shit has to be real. So whenever I go into a space, I try to be respectful. I don't try to touch anything really. I just try to walk around and stuff. And like I get a little bit of anxiety, but you know what? Screw it. We only live once. As long as I'm respectful and, you know, don't touch anything, I should be okay. Well, this is like an old house. See? Fireplace. Okay, this is the front door. Front door. This is like the living room. Living room area. This is actually a really nice house. So, look, there's like a lot of fireplaces too. But like, this is like a really nice house. Like, I mean, some of these rooms, they probably could preserve some of this stuff. Like, and like, they have these old tiny shutters and stuff. And through this window is the bathroom. Probably can't see it, but yeah. Oh my God. But, yeah, so look, there's not even a damn window. Look, like, it's just like, yeah, outside grass and stuff. honestly, this is a really cool spot, and it's very old. Like, look, like all this. Yeah, so this is actually a really good spot, and there's outside. I don't wanna go to the doors because even though some of them are open, I just don't want to touch that stuff. So, in this house, it's not that old because I had some electric. Look, it's not that it's not like that old. Like I know houses with no electric, and it's just like you just open the thing. But this is the bathroom. I don't like the bathroom. It's like really dark in there. And this is the last room. So there's like a lot of fireplaces, old-timey hangers. But I'm guessing, y'all, I don't even know. I'm guessing this house was made in like from the 50s to the 70s, around that era, honestly. But yeah, so that has my completed haunted house, or no one lives here tour, I guess. So yeah, and there's this outhouse right here, but some things don't need to be explored, if you know what I'm saying. It looks a little too creepy, and I'm probably gonna find nothing in there, honestly. And that thing looks like it's literally about to like fall down and bust over immediately. So I'm not gonna go in there. I don't think I need to, honestly. And honestly, around here there's a lot of snakes and yeah, me and snakes, we are not friends. So yeah, but now I'm going to go on and give y'all some tips. So, and also look at this big chimney. Like, these people had a lot of chimneys. So chimney, and then this big tree in the back. So okay, y'all, before I go into the topic of conversation, I really want to show you how pretty like the flowers and stuff are. Like, look at all the begonias. I don't know exactly what they're called. I'll remember when this video is probably over. But I am just enjoying sitting in this really tall tree because we are at an abandoned person's house. And I really want to get some like just vibes just sitting with the flowers, you know what I'm saying? But it's also like I'm really next to the road. So if you hear the people coming back and forth, it's just because there's a road right next to me. Okay, so if you hear the cars behind me, don't mind that. But I'm gonna give you some reasons of why maybe you feel stuck in your life. Maybe you feel like you're not moving forward and that you're just kind of stuck in place. So the definition of being stuck by the Cambridge Dictionary says the stuck definition is unable to move from a particular position or place, or unable to change a situation. And I feel like maybe a lot of people feel that way, not even before COVID, but in general. Like, a lot of people would just feel stuck in their lives. And I feel like people think you have to feel stuck as like having like a midlife crisis in your like 30s or 40s or 50s. But I feel like anyone can feel stuck in any part of their life. If you have consciousness enough to understand that, hey, I'm here, I'm existing, I'm around people and they have their own thoughts and feelings, and like you're self-aware enough, I feel like feeling stuck is a feeling that comes in a lot. Because I remember personally feeling stuck when I was like 10 years old in my life, you know what I'm saying? So it's not, you don't have to be a certain age to feel stuck. Like, everyone can feel stuck in their own way and in their own time. And you may feel stuck multiple times in your life, you know? So I have a few reasons about why you may be feeling like stuck in your life. And I'm not going to go too much into why you're stuck. I'm just going to kind of go over all like the big points. So the first reason I said is that like you are stuck in the past. Like, people become very stuck in like past relationships or friendships or situations you were put in, and maybe you can't move forward because you're stuck thinking about those things. Like, for example, say you have a breakup with your significant other and you're dated for like 3 years, right? And now you're like, oh, and then it's been 2 years, y'all broke up, it's been 2 years later, like plenty of time. And now you're like, oh my God, like I can't find someone new because of X, Y, Z in the past, and this makes me feel this way. And like, what if this new person doesn't act the same way? Or what ifs, like all these what ifs. Like, it is totally understandable to feel stuck in the past. I think a lot of people go through that subconsciously. But you have to remember that it can be difficult. Being stuck in the past can be very difficult. Second thing a lot of people will struggle with is people don't feel like they have room to grow. And I like to make this analogy. It's like you're a plant inside of like a pot, and like the pot is not big enough for the roots. And I feel like a lot of people Sorry, I'm looking at all the flowers, but I feel like a lot of people feel like a potted plant that's stuck. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like people think that they're stuck and they can't grow, but you can grow. You know what I'm saying? It just takes time and work, and sometimes you have to make uncomfortable decisions. The third thing is just feeling like you're unworthy or that you can't do it. I feel like a lot of people have that like self-doubt that you just can't do it, like you're unworthy, like you don't deserve to live your best life, you don't deserve to be happy, you don't deserve to like do what you want, be in a happy relationship or whatever the case may be, you know? So a lot of people may feel like they're not deserving or they're unworthy of that. The fourth reason would be is that you feel like you're just not where you want to be. That's why kind of you feel stuck. You just feel like everyone's kind of moved on with their lives, or you're not where you're supposed to be at 25 or 50 or whatever the case may be. But just remember, like, this is not a rat race. This is not I have to have kids by 24 and a degree by 21 and a house by 28, like that stuff. Like, everyone has their own journey, and that brings me into the next topic, kind of like combining what I said before, like social media. Like, social media really creates this false reality that you're behind or you're not at someone's level, because you see all these people like high achieving success and stuff, but like that's not your life. So I understand it's so easy to compare yourself, but just remember that like social media can really deter you or make you believe things that aren't true. And finally, the last reason you might be feeling stuck is you have anxiety of the future. Like, you don't know what's going to happen. For example, you want to get a new job in another state, like you moving from Wisconsin to Alaska, I don't know. And it's like, wow, I want to get this job, it's going to pay me more money, but I'm going to be alone, I'm going to be starting a new life. That's like a really big, difficult change, you know what I'm saying? But anxiety of the future can really deter you and make you feel stuck, like you can't move forward because you're anxious about, what if I did this? What if I did that? You don't know the outcome. Hello, everyone. So I had to move to the house because it was getting very, very hot outside and my phone was overheating. So I'm going to finish the rest of the topics of like some of the ways you can get unstuck or maybe help you get unstuck in your life right now. But before we do that, let's look at this caterpillar. It's very fuzzy. Fuzzy caterpillars kind of scare me a little bit, but we can still look at them. So, you see he's fuzzy? Yeah. See? I didn't touch him, but yeah. Like, but yeah, so that's a fuzzy caterpillar. Okay, so some ways that maybe you can unstick yourself from your life. Now, these tips are just from my personal experience, like I've said in previous videos, my personal experience, my past, the ways I've gone through some things, or the way I've learned to get through some things from other people. So just take these tips and advice as me trying to help, but they're not 100%. So everything in your own risk, just to make sure that you know that. But I really come on this page to really do help people, but you have to take my own advice and use it in your own way, or you could take it or leave it. It's really just up to you. But yeah, so the first tip of trying to get unstuck out of your life. So the first thing for me, because I felt stuck right after high school actually, I felt very lost, alone, like I didn't have a lot of friends, a lot of like negative emotions and stuff. So the first thing to maybe unstick yourself from your reality that you're in, I guess, would be to really just self-reflect and like look at your values. Are your values aligning with who you want to be, who you are, and who you want to be especially? For example, you're working a fast food job, but you really want to do computer science, right? Why are you working a fast food job? And this is not me shaming you. Like, you got to make money. I respect that, you know? But I'm just saying, like, if you have the opportunity and advantage to, go get that degree or get that certification from a college or whatever the case may be and pay it off and work, you know? And that's hard. I know it's not a cup of tea, but if you want to unstick yourself from your life, you have to put in the work. You can't just snap your fingers and be, oh, my life's so great, my life's grand, me and my partner are perfect, my family's perfect, my life's perfect. That's literally not real. You know what I'm saying? So self-reflection and aligning yourself with your values, who you want to be, it really help you put you in the right direction. For example, you want to be a more intelligent person. So instead of laying around watching TikTok all day, you go read a book. That's you aligning yourself with your values for your future self. Or a friend of yours is asking you to steal something from the store. Like, you don't feel comfortable with that. So you're like, hey, no, this is not who I am. That's aligning with your values because you're like, I'm not going to be a part of this. That's just some examples. So you got to self-reflect and align yourself with the values that you are innately given and that you've developed. So the second thing, my tip is just to talk or write about your feelings. Now, not everyone can really talk to someone because a lot of people have trust issues, or some people just don't have people to talk to. Simple. You know what I'm saying? So if you can't talk to someone you really trust, I mean, it's a great thing if you can do that. If you can do that, talk to your family member or a good friend or partner. But if you can't, some people don't have the opportunity or don't feel comfortable enough to do that. So just write about your feelings. Literally just get a book out, journal, like I said before, write your feelings down, and don't judge yourself. Just write what you need to write or say what you need to say, because it can help you realize what's wrong in your life and where you want to realign yourself for your new life. I feel like it's so funny because when I was younger, I'd be like, sorry, the bugs are crazy. I used to be like, oh my God, like, I can't believe people that complain and stuff. Like, I don't like complainers. Like, now I complain. Now, I'm not a big complainer like some people. Like, some people are big complainers. I'm not, but I still will complain. But I feel like complaining, or like, for example, talking about your feelings, writing about your feelings, that's not all complaining, of course, but it shows you where you're at and where you want to be. It shows you, hey, this A, B, and C, I don't really like this, so I'm going to switch it up and change it up so I can be where I need to be. So write about your feelings, your honest feelings. Don't hold anything back. Just write about your feelings or talk to someone that you trust. It really helps you like look where you want to be, where you are, and where you want to be in your future. And complaining for me kind of helped me like figure out where I wanted to be and where I was. Like, I looked at myself in the mirror, back to that self-reflection, and I was like, I don't like this about me, or I don't like this about this situation, or I don't like X, Y, and Z, or this situation could have been better, you know? So just talking right about your feelings can really help you judge yourself in a more simple light. My third tip is start a new chapter or introduce a new aspect. And it doesn't have to be a hobby. It could be like anything. Like, you want to learn how to waterboard on the lake, or if you want to learn how to weld, I don't know. Or if you just want to spend more time with your family, like, you got to switch your direction from what you're going to a new direction. And that's really hard for people because a lot of human beings are pattern people. Like, we go in patterns. We wake up in the morning, we brush our teeth, we comb our hair, we take a shower, we eat, we want to smell nice, we want to look nice. Okay, pattern. Or we go to work, that's a pattern. Or we go to bed, that's a pattern. Or we stay up and do X, Y, and Z, our hobbies. That's a pattern we've developed. You know what I'm saying? Our thoughts are our patterns. So if you stop those patterns you've been doing for your entire life and switch course a little bit, it can help you introduce a new aspect to your life or change the way you think and perceive things. I feel like a lot of people's perceptions as the years that they've grown up have changed because human beings change all the time. So the new chapter will alter your perception a little bit about where you want to be in your life. The fourth thing is, and this is a big one, let go of things that aren't for you. And that is hard, but let me say that again. Let go of things that are not for you. And that is so difficult because I have this personal problem as well. I want to hold things in the past. I want to wallow and all this other stuff, be self-pity and stuff like that. But you have to remember that letting go of things that aren't suiting you in the present or going to help you in the future is holding you back. Try not to let that happen. And that's not, like I keep saying, it's not a snap of the finger. It's going to be hard work. You got to put time and effort. It might take years, y'all. It might take years. But you're going to get there. You know what I'm saying? And everyone's level of getting unstuck out of their lives is different. Some people may do it in 6 months. Some people may never do it. Some people may do it in 20 years. Everyone's different. Like I said, don't compare yourself. Just go at your own flow. But yeah, just let go of those things because they're not suiting you in your present. They're not going to help you in your future. And they're just going to pull you back into the past. And that isn't for you. And I know it's super hard because we all have regrets. We all have past problems and stuff of that nature, or whatever the case may be, past feelings. Now, don't disvalue your feelings or forget about them, but just let go of things that aren't suiting you because you're not going to get the life you want or unstick yourself from your life if you're thinking about the past. Or the 3 years ago, Billy John, he effed me over because he stole my pencil out of my crayon box, or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Like, let go of that stuff. Don't forget it. Don't disvalue your feelings or what happened, but just accept it and let go of things that aren't for you. Those people, Billy, John, Bob, whatever his name is not in your life anymore, babes. You're working your 9 to 5, you're going to school. Like, that's what you need to focus on. So just let for you. And that's hard. It's not simple, but you can do it. So the fourth tip would be go outside, just get some nature, like, or go somewhere that makes you feel comfortable. Like, if you like going to a cafe that makes you feel comfortable, go do that. If you would like nature, go do that. If you like the beach, go do that. If you like to go watch race cars, go to NASCAR. I don't know. Like, just go outside and try to be somewhat social. And you don't always have to be social. Like, for example, I'm literally right now in the middle of nowhere at some old abandoned house, and no one's around me. I mean, there's cars on the road, but they don't know I'm here, you know? So it doesn't always have to be social-wise, but just go outside or go out into the world and try to unstick yourself. Because if you're stuck in the house every day, that's a pattern that you're creating. And the next one would be get off social media more. And that's super hard, even for me. But I have to remind myself, like, sometimes just to, like, put the focus button on, like, make sure I don't get calls, texts, notifications when I'm doing certain things, like homework or my personal, like, taking a shower, eating. Like, I just turn it off or I just put it into another room. Because social media can be toxic. Social media is good and bad in its own ways, has its own positive and negatives. But personally, social media for me has a little bit more negative than positive. So it's your own choice, of course, but try to get off social media some more, get off that. Don't interact with it, put your phone down, go outside, go hang out with your family, like go do a hobby. And I'm not saying don't have social media at all. Like, I literally use social media, you know what I'm saying? But just try to have less of it, because it creates like a false reality, like I've said before, creates like an illusion, and you get comparison issues, and you get personal insecurities from people. Like, everyone's in their own lane, everyone's doing their own thing. You just try not to worry about what people are doing, just worry about what you're doing right now. Also, it's giving like side bang, so sorry, I'm looking at my hair, but yeah, so I need to like, this is flower cute, but it's like, that is more of an internal thing. But just show yourself some grace and some love. And I know that can be very hard, because like I'm very hard on myself. A lot of people I know are very hard on themselves. You know, I feel like as humans, like we are our own worst critics. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, of course, people can point out bad or negative things about us, but we most likely be able to point out everything bad or negative about ourselves, but even more than other people. So just show yourself some grace and some love. Like, give yourself a hug or just some like soothing talk. Like, you don't always have to be so hard and negative towards yourself, because that kind of negative perceptions of yourself or other people kind of puts you in that same box and kind of sticks you in that portion of your life that you're trying to actually get away from or get out of. So, you know, and that's not easy. Like, you definitely do some research and stuff about how to give yourself some grace and some love, because it's a difficult process. And I feel like the process never truly ends. You know, you just kind of learn and adapt. But like I said, just give yourself some grace, give yourself some lenience, and it will all be okay, you know? So, but yes, I hope some of these tips and tricks helped. And like I said, we kind of just did a empty or / haunted house tour. And then, there's so many bugs. And then we just talked about why you or people you know might be feeling stuck, and some reasons or some tips or advice of how to get out of being unstuck. Now, like I said, this is from my own personal experience and my own past issues and stuff. So just take it as you will. Like, I really do hope that my advice or tips help, but you must apply it in your own life or not apply it. It's really truly up to you what you make from this video. But I just want to say thank y'all so much for watching. I know this was a longer video. There's so many bugs right now, but I know this is a longer video, but I appreciate it if you watched to the end and stuff. And I'm wishing y'all a great summer, and thank y'all so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Much love. Bye.